Hey guys, and welcome back to GHSN. I'm Zach Atkins here with Kaylee Green. This week we are bringing you details on coronation that happened last December and some future events coming up.
On December 11th, 2015, Gentry held its annual coronation for the basketball teams. That night we played Haas Hall and both girls and boys varsity teams won.
Out of the 7 girls and 6 guys, Matt Juliette and Mallory Morris were crowned king and queen. Our reporter Jacob Ernest has their thoughts about coronation.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Matt Juliette. Is that a close enough pronunciation of your name? First question.
That's spot on.
Man, I'm nailing it already.
That's pretty good.
We're here to talk about coronation, and you were, of course, elected king in coronation. How did that feel?
I was surprised, actually. I was like, I probably won't get it, and then I got it. I like to lower my expectations, so you don't get too high. Don't get too high, don't get too low. That's my philosophy.
It's a fine strategy.
All right.
And then, were you expecting to win that night, too, in your game? Was that when you expected to come? And how much greater did it feel that you were elected king and then won?
Well, I think winning there was no question. We had to win, so we haven't won a coronation game in, recent memory, so it was pretty important that we won. And then just to get king was a cool bonus.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is that it?
So how did it feel to win queen in coronation?
I was so surprised, but I was so thankful. It was such a blessing, and I was not expecting it at all.
Did it make it feel any more special after you won the game the night that you were elected queen?
Yes, it was such a great memory, and I'm so glad that everything turned out like it did. I'm just so thankful. I can't say that enough.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jake. In other news, a group of middle school students conducted an interview with Lance Nutt, organizer of the Rogers chapter of the Sheepdog Impact Assistance Program.
The goal of the program is to temporarily assist military, emergency responders, firemen, and police in their times of need. Let's take a listen.
The name of the organization is Sheepdog Impact Assistance, and ultimately the idea came about from us wanting to have an opportunity for continued service. And when I say I, it's men and women that either are currently or have formerly served in the military, law enforcement, or fire and rescue. In the beginning when we started, there was 4 of us. We were the primary 4 founders. I came up with the idea, but could not have gotten it off the ground without the support of some buddies of mine that joined. And initially that was myself, Drew Gilchrist, Luke Cowden, and Tyrell Shelley. We were all either former or current service members or first responders. But I've been a Marine now for almost 28 years. So for me, my life of service is really what drove us to form this organization, based on the opportunity to continue serving after our time on the clock, so to speak, was finished. So when I finish up serving in the Marine Corps, this will be my full-time job. We have a lot of other men and women that have served at some point in their lives and are always looking for a continued opportunity to serve their country and community. We've been functioning as an organization, as a 501c3 now for a little over 5 years. We officially were recognized as a nonprofit in 2010. And have been operating and growing rapidly since. We're headquartered here in Northwest Arkansas, actually in the Center for Nonprofits in downtown Rogers, Arkansas. Well, the primary focus for us today, as we've evolved as an organization, is helping combat wounded vets, policemen and firemen injured in the line of duty. We reach out to them in an effort to remind them that their life is not over just because they've been injured, and whether you've lost a limb or are suffering from emotional trauma, whether it's that physical type or ultimately dealing with PTSD due to your experiences in service. We remind you that if anything, your life is beginning anew, and we take them skydiving, hunting, fishing, scuba diving, adventure races, anything and everything that gets them up off their butt, re-engaged in life, and appreciating that there's no better time than the present to start living in a way that you've always dreamed of. So motivating them and keeping them engaged in life is critical. And then our secondary mission is disaster response, where it all comes back to that opportunity to continue serving. So we take men and women that have a trained piece of their lives in emergency response, either through the military or law enforcement, fire and rescue ranks. And we give them an opportunity to give back to their local communities through disaster response missions. The uniqueness of our organization as Sheepdog Impact Assistance, and then most people ask if we do stuff with dogs, and we say no, not the animal kind, but the human kind, from the standpoint that we refer to society's protectors, men and women serving in the military or the first responder community, as our nation's sheepdogs. So in trying to come up with a name that really identified itself with the type of men and women that we were focused on helping, there was no better term for us than referring to them as sheepdogs. And then Impact Assistance stands for impactful assistance. So in a way that impacts their lives in a positive way, and again, keeps them engaged and focused on moving forward. This time of year is really special to us, Thanksgiving and Christmas, where we specifically reach out and assist families that are struggling during the holidays. And those families are, again, sheepdog families. They're military and first responder families that may be struggling financially due to an injury that they sustained in the line of duty. Could be an ill family member or just a recent job loss. But we help them with Thanksgiving by providing a full Thanksgiving meal. And then at Christmas, this time of year, we are adopting the children of military and first responder families that are struggling, and each child gets to fill out a Christmas wish list of their top 3 toy choices, their clothing and shoe sizes, and we make sure they get everything they want on their list. Now, if you want to get a hold of us, it's sheepdogia.org. That's our website if someone would like to take a closer look at our organization.
Some more prom information. Prom tickets are going on sale soon, so make sure your class dues are paid.
Okay, that concludes this week's episode. Stay tuned next time on GHSN.